In the Sefer Yalkut Lekech Tov speaks about what's more important to people, their time or their money. He brings down over here Divrei Hitorurut Niflaim Me'et HaChavetz Chaim, words of awakening from the Chavetz Chaim Zatzal, Be'inyan Haskarat Yom HaMitah, on remembering the day of death. Muvi'in b'ashmatot leSefer Shem Olam, they're brought to his book Shem Olam. Umetokim kam b'lashono hatahor, I'm going to bring it down over here in the holy language. Od amarti lever masham Chazal. I further want to explain what the Chazal tell us. Lo'olam yargiz adam yetzer tov al yetzer hara. A person should always agitate. He should always make war. The Yetzer Hara against the Yetzer, the other way around, Michela. He should always make war. He should agitate the Yetzer Tov against the Yetzer Hara. He should always make war between the good inclination and the bad inclination. V'im lav rabotai, he says, the Gemara goes down over there to explain, you should learn Torah, you should say Shema. But if not, he says, v'im lav yaskir lo yom hamitah. If not, you should remind the Yetzer Hara the day of death. So you ask over your question, V'lama lo yo amar yaskir lo din v'cheshbon. Why doesn't the Gemara say, remind the Yetzer Hara the day of judgment and calculation that a person is going to have to give, Shisarech litin latid lavo, that a person is going to have to give in the future. V'nir levaer b'pishtut, I want to explain this in simplicity. The teva ha'adam be'odu be'brioto liot atzel min haTorah mikiyum ha'mitzvot. The nature of a person is whenever he is healthy, when everything is going well for him, a person's nature is always to be lazy from Torah and mitzvot. You tell him come daven, he can't. To say bracha properly, he can't. To learn Torah at night, he can't. To learn Torah in the morning, he can't. To sit 15 minutes without using his phone, he can't. Ask him to do any mitzvot when he's healthy and strong. For some reason, he has a hard time. Take an older guy who's almost 90 years old, one leg out to the next world. You ask him, come, he's the first one in shul. He wants to learn, he wants to daven. He understands what Yom HaDin is. Why? Because he knows his time is limited. But we, Rabotai, person in his good health, thinks he's going to live forever. That he says over here. V'itaken, and it's possible, Rabotai, lifamim sheholchim etzlo kama yamim l'tibahon. Because our mindset that we feel that we are always healthy and everything's going good for us, many of our days go to drain without doing mitzvot and without learning Torah. Now I'm not telling you gave $5 here, you davened over there. I'm talking about the real mitzvah that a person can do, real Torah that a person can learn, real davening that a person can have every single day. It goes to waste. This is why the Chavetz Chaim brings down, why the Gemara says, Yaskir la'atzmo yom ha'acharon. Remind yourself the last day. Shemushkav al mitato, that he's going to be lying down on his bed. Chalush vero'eh shekochotav kalim. Weak, and he sees that his strength is waning, is dying out. Umitbonen rabotai benafsho. Now he's going to think in his heart, in his soul. Halo tzarich letaken ulahachin tzeda lebeit mo'odo. Don't I have to now, chas v'sham lolin rabotai, prepare provisions for the next world when he's going to die, going to the cemetery, to the next world. Vegonach az mikarev libo, and then he's going to groan, he's going to moan from the inner of his heart. Mi yiten shehaya kadosh baruch hu noten li od chiyut al kol panim lekam yamim. Who's going to give me, Rabotai, that Hashem should give me a few more days? V'hayiti yachol letaken al kol panim ma'at et ma'asai. Then I would be able to fix a few of my deeds. V'lilmod me'at Torah, and to learn a little bit Torah, lishma, for its sake. Kedesh yaginu alai meyom adin hanora, in order for it to protect me from the great and awesome day. Aval Rabotai aha sheroshi ve'evra kivadim alai Ve'eni yachol lezuz mimkomi. But now, Rabotai, what am I going to do? Now my head and my limbs, everything is heavy on me. Because now as a person gets older, Rabotai, his strength leaves him, but he cannot do nothing. Kol zod yitbonen ha'adam be'odo b'biryoto. This is why the Gemara tells us, when a person is still young, when a person still has strength, and when your Yetzer Hara, your best friend, comes and tells you, don't learn Torah, don't do mitzvot, don't daven with kavanah, don't say berachot, don't give tzedakah, right? Somebody comes asking for tzedakah. I see sometimes, Rabotai, the guy believes he needs $5,000, $10,000, whatever the situation might be, he's giving him $1. You think $1 is going to cut it? You think, okay, I understand he's going to go collect 1 million people. Rabotai, give 50, give 100, give 500, give 1,000. Don't let the Yitzhar talk you out of it, Rabotai. It is not worth it, Rabotai. Help the other person. No, but we're always afraid. Here, $5, we feel we fulfilled the biggest mitzvah in the world. This is when a person is still young, Rabotai, he should think about the last day. How many days by us go to waste? Many days, Rabotai. At least each and every one of us over here in the room sitting is at least above 30, if I'm not mistaken. At least above 30, Rabotai. If you take those 30 years of your life, how many of those years went to waste? How many, Rabotai? I would love to say 25. I would love to say 27. Because if you take all the time that you down and you did mitzvot the way you're supposed to, and you learn Torah the way you're supposed to, maybe you'll get a good year out of it. This is why we don't realize it. This is why we're very busy. Belay and Hari, you have to go to Yeshua over there. You have to go bar mitzvah over here. You have a wedding over there. Every day, every night, every morning, you have something. Your time is already occupied, Rabotai, not by you. It's occupied by the world. There was one guy, Rabotai, he says something powerful. He said, we are such fools. Listen to this. We're such fools that we allow the world to control our time. They want you to be on TikTok. They want you to be on Instagram. They want you to be on YouTube. They want you to watch your TV, watch the sports. Waste your life away. Because this is the way they want to keep you poor. They want to keep you low while they themselves are growing. And they're making billions off of your stupidity. But you, Rabotai, are very low. Guys, this is a Musar Haskel for us. This is a guy saying it. But our Torah Chazal tell us, Rabotai, you are wasting your Olam Haba, something that you're never ever going to be able to get back, Rabotai. Once a person dies, your children can say Kaddish on you. People can learn Torah for you. All this, Rabotai, is nice, but don't depend on them. Because you never know what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. And how the saying goes, it's better that I do it myself than to ever rely on somebody else. Im en anili mili. If I'm not for myself, who's going to be for me, Rabotai? This is why the Rav Chaim says over here. If a person really, Rabotai, wants to make every moment, every prayer, every mitzvah count, he says, he should say to himself, Halo yavo zman sheyeh yakar esli hachaim me'od me'od. The time will come when my life is going to be very, very important. Harbe yoter mikesef v'zahav. More than silver and gold. V'lama ani mevalek et zmani b'chinam v'lo to'elet klal. Why am I wasting my time now for no purpose and no benefit, Rabotai? So you have to ask yourself a question. When you go out and you're wasting your time, or you're working more than you have to, are you, what do you call it? Do you value your time more? Or do you value your silver and gold more? People kill themselves for money just to make $10 million. Rabotai, Hashem gave you health, Hashem gave you everything. So you kill that health until you get to the 10 million. If you're lucky, those 10 million will try to give you back your health. Rabotai, this is why one of our greatest strengths, time is your greatest strength, and wasting it is your greatest weakness. Each and every one of us has to know that when the time comes to push and shove, Rabotai, now is the time to do, because then it's going to be late. Once a person reaches an old, ripe age, he'll look back. I tell you sometimes, I speak to my kids, right? I started at the age of 21, maybe 23. I didn't start learning series maybe until the age of 26 or even 28. Whatever it was, Rabotai. I tell my children all the time, what happens if Rabbi Moshe Wolkin Shlita would have come into my life at the age of 13, let's say, at the age of 9, let's say, and I would have seen this hypocrisy amongst the rabbis, because these things turned me off completely. If I would have seen a Emet rabbi maybe one time, 15 years earlier, 20 years earlier, maybe Rabotai, you could have been, I tell my kids, maybe I could have even been much more greater. This is why Rabotai, I educate my kids every single time, not to waste their time, Rabotai. My kids do not go on gadgets. I do not allow them to go on gadgets. No TV, nothing, Rabotai. Only one reason why. I give an option. You want to become great in Torah, or you want to become great in being a bum? You make the choice. We parents today feel what? We want to be good parents. We want to be our children's friend by giving them everything. I want you guys to know one thing, Rabotai. You are your children's number one poison enemy, that you kill their potential away. You kill the real thing that they have inside them, which they can grow, and you don't allow by giving them the iPad, the iPhone. I see people, I go sometimes with my wife out, with my kids out, I see people with they're eating, husband, wife, their children, on an iPhone. So I say, what's this? What's this? My child will not eat if he's not watching Pebble Pig. Yeah, your child. Take it away, he's going to cry. Let him cry, Rabotai, because if he doesn't cry now, Rabotai, you're going to cry later, and we see it today. We see today what is going on, Rabotai. Stop being friends with your children. Be parents. Do what's right, Rabotai. Because Yom Adin is coming, the day of judgment is coming. People do not realize, they think, Chataiti, Aviti, Pashati. I messed up, Rabotai. Maybe I didn't come in daven. Maybe I didn't learn Torah. You will be responsible for all those times you did not educate your wife. You did not educate your children. For everyone around you, Rabotai, you guys will be responsible. So take life seriously. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen v'amen. Rabbi Chaim Igal Shomer Atzah Kadosh Baruch Hu. לזכות את ישראל לפיכך ירבה להם תורה ומסור שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען שיגדילו תורה ודיר על ישראל.
יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה ועל מה דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי וישמח פורקני ויקרב ושיחי.
אמן.
והיה יכול וביום יכול חיי לכל בית ישראל בהגלה בזמן קראים אמרו אמן.
אמן. יש מרבה מברך לעולם. אמן.